This doctor that I was seeing at the Medicross, the consultation I had with him was more dermatological than it was, like coffee, whatever it is that I was doing. He was more of a dermatologist to me than anything else. Exactly what I needed. That's when Romans 8:28 flashed to me. So the lady at the Dis-Chem that recommended the hormone tablets, I got that about a month and a half ago, and I am on my second batch now. Whew, my hair is so matted. I am on my second batch now of those tablets, and already I am seeing the difference. I've told you guys, I've shown you before, I've spoken about those tablets, those Blemmy whatevers that she recommended to me and swears by, and they were non-prescription. And as you can see right now, I'm on my period today. Today is my first day on my period. I should be getting lots and lots of hormonal acne. I should be getting lots and lots of hormonal acne around my chin. There's nothing. I have absolutely no new acne. And I spoke about that yesterday too. And I do believe, and when did I start noticing my acne subsiding? It was as soon as I started using these pills at Dis-Chem to deal with hormone imbalances. This doctor first was like, I will eventually talk about the doctor, alright? These pills have subsided my acne, but they did not get rid of it. There was still I was still getting new acne. I was still breaking out, and I was like, I guess I'm just gonna have to settle for new acne now. And then when I went to the Chinatown, and I told you the story with the lady with whom we had first an exchange about a label I was scraping off because it was sitting on top of ingredients, the ingredients list, and we had a whole discussion about that afterwards because I had, mentioned that I was looking for something for my acne. She then was like, okay, well, now that we are done talking about the scraping off of the label, look at this product, because everybody else is swearing by it, that has got an acne issue. And I was like, but you don't have an acne problem, so how would you know? She's like, yeah, I don't have an acne issue, but everybody that has got an acne issue is always hopping on this product, so try it. And it was only $65. And ever since trying that moisturizer, it was a moisturizer. Ever since trying that moisturizer, okay, I have not gotten new acne. So the combination of that moisturizer, the pills for, for my hormone issues, you get my point. Yeah, you know what I mean with that. That, guys, is what it is that has made sure that I now have no new acne. So one might be like, so what's the point then of seeing a doctor that's going to care about your skin now that you're not breaking out? This doctor was making an observation of my hyperpigmentation and the fact that I'm still kind of red in places where my acne is healing. And so he probably is thinking my acne is still active, but really, frankly, it's subsiding. But I wanted to hear what he had to say. And when I told him that he wanted to first recommend to me Epiduo, which is a mix of adapalene and benzoyl peroxide. I explained to him that I was on benzoyl peroxide some months ago, and benzoyl peroxide made my pores yawn, and so I ended up stopping it because I imagined aging. And then I told him that I use vitamin C and retinol, vitamin C in the morning and retinol in the evenings, and he was like, that's actually good, that's good for your acne, because it increases your cell turnover, etc. It's good for acne type establishment thing. So let me see if I can't get something else for you. So instead of recommending Epiduo for me, and I had also tried adapalene, and adapalene did not really do well for me. Okay, it wasn't real adapalene, because when I was looking at the ingredients list of that cheap product from China that I bought, there was no real there was nothing there that recommended that suggested there was actually any adapalene. It was more like retinol and not adapalene. That's not the same, right? Thing. Anyway, whatever. So he knew that I had a history with benzoyl peroxide, and I had used 5% benzoyl peroxide, whereas Epiduo has got 2.5 benzoyl peroxide and 0.3% adapalene, which is a prescription, of course, because it's over 0.1%, right? When I told him this, he then changed over. He was like, look, I could prescribe to you any kind or any variant of retinoids at this point, but the one that I'm using, which is for anti-aging, right? He was like a doctor that looked like he could be my age more or less. He's like, the one that I'm using for anti-aging is tretinoin. And when he said tretinoin, my hair's raised literally on my head. Why? Because I've been wanting to go on tretinoin for the longest amount of time. I've been wanting to go on tretinoin for a myriad of reasons. Why? I'm 39. Okay, well, at the time when I learned about tretinoin, I was 38. And it is a combination of acne buster, and it is the best, what do they call it? Gold standard. It is the gold standard for anti-aging. and it has got power to reduce pores, and because it is a retinoid, it also works on scars. And so I wanted tretinoin because of its triple activity on a face that I want to minimize as many products on it as I possibly can. Do you understand? So tretinoin is a prescription only. Like, right? I don't know how expensive it is. I finally came to learn that apparently it's $500. All right. And this doctor guy essentially agreed to give me the last thing that I need in my skincare that is also going to deal with my acne scars that I am concerned about. What if once I heal, I've got pitted scarring, box scar, whatever. Like when I was busy trying to deal with certain other scars, among the recommendations that were given by doctors online, dermatologists, was any retinoid, that it's good, especially when you're at the beginning of your healing. When you put a retinol on a scar, it heals really well. So that's also another thing that God has done to go before, where it is that I keep on breaking out into acne. I'm breaking out. My acne is out of this world, okay? It's been out of this world. And I was like, God, what if I end up with like permanent scarring, like, you know, pitting and all that stuff? But I've been using retinol. I've been using vitamin C and retinol in order to combat anti-aging. Frankly, that's the reason why I went for vitamin C and retinol. I wanted something anti-aging because I'm, like I said, 39. I'm over a certain age, and when you're over a certain age, you can't not be using certain skincare products. Hyaluronic acid, of course, for moisture and all that jazz. This doctor prescribed to me so many expensive products, one of which was prescription, so he didn't have to prescribe others to me. They were over the counter, but moisturizers, like he recommended CeraVe's moisturizers. He said that the body moisturizer is just as good, even on the face. It's just that the face ones are a lot more expensive, or Cetaphil, etc. I have used the CeraVe moisturizers before. I liked it, but it was too expensive. It was like $250 for one tub, and I ain't got that money. That would be nothing at all for a woman that is employed, that is working, that is doing better. But I'm not that girl, so I can't get those products. I can't get those moisturizers. But then I knew at the top of my mind that I actually do have a moisturizer that is currently working on my acne, but I'm not going to let the doctor. I actually let him know that I don't like it that much because I feel like it's maybe high in alcohol content, you know, and nobody wants to have that on their faces because it might just like ransack the living daylights out of you when it comes to dryness, and which can also of course also exacerbate aging. But if you combat it with lots and lots of moisture, then I guess you're more or less good. So that's what I'm doing. I'm sealing in all that moisturizer. I seal it with Vaseline. So that I don't feel dry and tight on the face. And I thought that I would like break out into acne, but I'm not. But then again, that's only because Vaseline is non-comedogenic, so it makes sense, right? So I seal it with Vaseline so that my face is not dry. And the doctor guy recommended these moisturizers, which I'm not going to be buying until I'm actually making money. But the prescription, tretinoin, it is, he even myself was telling me, because I told him that money is always an issue in my life. He was like, yeah, but when you get one of this, it'll last you a good 4 months. 4 months go fella. All right. And so I was like, I guess 1 month of pinching my body and everything to acquire this is worth it, because then I won't need to ever again. Type establishment thing, because I knew that my mother would not be willing to buy me this thing just because, you know, my skin is messed up and what have you. So he basically prescribed to me tretinoin and 2 prescriptions. I'll have to go back for a third filling, a third tub, but that's after like 8 months, and I will plan and prepare for that type establishment thing. But the doctor recommended a version of tretinoin to me. I don't know what percentage it is. It does not matter, because I will likely only use it 3 times or 2 times a week. I've been wanting it because, like I said, tretinoin, gold standard for anti-aging. It also deals with acne, and it also deals with with scarring, the scarring of which I'm currently very concerned with, that I might just end up with some permanent hard knot scarring. If things get so bad once my skin is completely cleared that I'm noticing pitting, like just texture issues on my face, and of course I'm expecting that the Lord is going to enable me to make money, I will then first I will try and do home-based derma rolling or derma stamping If that does not do what I want it to, then I will invest in laser resurfacing, and that's the most, really, frankly, that I can do. But I don't think that my condition is so bad that I would need laser resurfacing. That's usually for people with a very bad case of acne scarring. I feel as if the derma stamping will be enough. For me, that is if I need it. I first have to wait for myself to heal to see if I will even need to go out like that, because historically, as I told you, I've never really had an issue with post acne scarring. I've never had an issue with it just sticking. Hyperpigmentation has taken a minute to fade, just as with anybody else, but once it fades, it's like nothing ever happened. So I'm hoping that that's still the case, but if it's not this time around, derma stamping, derma rolling, and if that fails, not laser resurfacing, sorry, but chemical peel, and if that's not good enough, then I will go for laser resurfacing. But like I said, I will highly unlikely have to do all of these things. All we need to do is see, because I feel as if though tretinoin, that prescription, is going to deal with, it's going to be everything for me. It's going to be everything. It's going to minimize the amount of stuff I put on my face. Just as long as I have a really good moisturizer, some hyaluronic acid, I'm good. I'm good to go. And a nice sealant, because sometimes I tend to feel a little bit dry, type thing. So insofar as and also SPF, you know, like of course SPF is important, but I told him that I've got an SPF 70 more than anything, that I use on my face. So there's no need to worry about that. You don't have to tell me twice about sunscreen type establishment thing. Yeah, so this doctor was more of a dermatologist to me than he was you know, a regular GP, and he gave me the prescription that I've always wanted. His job in the sight of God was to deal with the concern that I had concerning scarring on my face that is just going to stick, and also anti-aging. Like something that is the gold standard, the most powerful anti-aging in the market. The most powerful anti-aging topical ointment, it is tretinoin gel. Do you understand? And he prescribed to me a version of it, some kind of a derivative of it. And yeah, well, my mother got all of my prescription except for the probiotics. The antibiotics, she was like, she made a decision what she's gonna get. And she got a cough syrup, from what I can see, which I am gonna drink. Antibiotics, which I don't need, but you know, I don't know. I think I might just bank them, you guys, these antibiotics, for I don't know what. Like maybe next time. Or maybe I'll take the antibiotics and they will just finish off the acne in my face. You know what I mean? Maybe that's what the antibiotics are actually for. Perhaps the antibiotics are to finish off the acne in my face. Yeah, so I'll take them. I'll take them for acne, but I certainly don't need them for a cough. Like, listen, there's nothing going on there, Kifodile, guys. So I'll take the antibiotics, yes, to clear the cough, but likely also to deal with my face. I'll drink cough syrup, finish it. I don't think I'll finish it. Maybe I will. I don't know, whatever. But then the tretinoin, I never got it, because she said that it was too expensive. She said it was 500 rands, and that when she gives me 500 rands at the end of the month, so basically my allowance, because I'm like a child. Yeah. Proper. When I told her, I was like, when I came back, when I gave her the script, I was like, this is the script. She's treating me like a child, where I have to report to her, how did the doctor's visit go? What did they give you? So I gave her the script. I was like, yeah, the doctor prescribed, these all are medications for my particular condition. The one that she said I must go to the doctor for, however, the one on the very top is not a medication for my condition. It is a skin medication, because the doctor saw my skin and basically prescribed this thing for me. So you can make a decision what you want to get over here. Here's the script. It's up to you if you want to buy me this prescription. And she then went to this Dis-Chem and then got me everything minus the probiotics, which I hope I don't get thrush. Like if I do, it'll go away on its own. Plus there's always yogurt in this environment. She didn't get the probiotics, but she got the cough mixture, and she also got the antibiotics, but then left the tretinoin. And I was like, but it's a prescription. She's like, no, it's on the system under your name. So at the end of the month, you can go and get it with the 500 rands that I give you as an allowance. Guys, I need to stop making money. Like this in my life, I don't understand what's going on. I need to start making my own money, because this nonsense gotta stop at some point. Like this here rubbish gotta stop. Oh, another thing that the doctor said, right? He was like, I've noticed your skin condition. I could put you on the contraceptive pill, or I could, he basically gave me a whole bunch of options. It's like it was a whole dermatological consult. But then I told him, this is where this is where the conversation went on to break my heart. Okay. He was, but then when he started to tell me about the contraceptives, I was like, I know contraceptives can deal with hormones and what have you, and so therefore regulate and clear my skin. However, I have a concern with contraceptives because of the fact that, one, I'm scared that once I get off them, the acne will come back. He's like, that's a good concern. And then I was like, secondly, if I want to conceive, I might struggle to conceive once I get off the contraceptives. And then he was like, he agreed with me. So, guys, you know, I don't even know why under heaven doctors are trying to deny this. Maybe they won't say it on YouTube, but they can say it in their offices with patients privately. He agreed with me that contraceptives, the pill, lead to troubles with conception even after you get off the pill. Even after you get off the pill for months, for years, you can still struggle to conceive because there is something that the pill does in a woman's body that it throws your instruments off so much that it can literally cause infertility. And there are loads of women whose infertility would never have commenced if it was not for the pill. Who struggle to conceive would never have been a thing if they had not been popping the pill ever since they were teenagers. I have said this over and over again, and when I said this to this doctor, instead of saying, that's a myth, it's not true, these things, the pill is safe, he was like, I agree. He was like, I agree. When I told him that I might struggle to conceive, he was like, yeah, I hear where you're coming from. So that for me was just alarm bells. He didn't, however, elaborate on it. However, after I said I might struggle to conceive, he first said, yeah, I agree, the pill can cause challenges with conceiving once you get off it, right? And then he was like, yeah, but also at the same time, sheesh, you're 39. You don't look anything like it, but you know, the numbers speak for themselves. He was like, you're 39, you don't look 39, but you are 39. And I was like, I know, I've got a geriatric womb and I might struggle to conceive. Type setup thing. And that one thing that he said, even though we didn't labor on my age and my prospective difficulties for conceiving once I want to, it only redirected what he wanted to prescribe to me wanting to have children. So he did not go isotretinoin. That would be Roaccutane, basically. He could have prescribed that to me. He didn't. But then he also said that tretinoin, even though it is a form of vitamin A that gets absorbed by the skin should you fall pregnant, is not that much of a big deal, just insofar as you make sure that you get off it as soon as you find out you're pregnant, type thing. It did dictate how he prescribes to me, because I think he thought that maybe I was planning on having a baby like any minute now. He did not know that I might even be waiting another 3 years before I get married. So I'm already 39 and he was like, you're 39. Just the fact that he highlighted that, just the fact that he was like, but you're 39, it really broke my heart. No, he didn't hurt me, he didn't do anything wrong, alright, type establishment thing, but it broke my heart because all I could think about was, why am I even 39, single? Why am I 39 with no children? Why are my strongest desires that I have had since I was just 22 been completely ignored? Why has all that been ignored? Why am I sitting at 39, single, having never been married, with no children, however still longing to have them? Why is that even a thing? And that's all that kept on ringing in my mind the entire time. After the whole meeting with the doctor was done, and I left now with my prescription, all I could think about was, why is that even true? The reality dawned on me that should I meet a man, should I get married, and I'm trying to have a baby, doctors are gonna just keep saying to me, why did you wait so long? They're gonna just keep looking at me like, whoa, why'd you wait so long? And this man was a doctor, and when I said I might struggle to conceive, he was like, you're 39. It was just such a thing to him that he felt it necessary to mention it. And I realized that I live in a world where women are boxed by chronology, and they've got a sell-by date from a certain age, according to even medical professionals. And if by that sell-by date you haven't done certain things, you are essentially written off as one that still can look forward to a future. And that is a very hard reality to face as a person looking into the eyes of Jesus, turning 35, turning 36, turning 37, where the voice of the world is telling you, but you're 39. You know, when you are still waiting on the Lord for a husband, you're still waiting on the Lord to fall pregnant, and so have your dream fulfilled of being a mom, finally. And everywhere you go, everybody's like, but why did you wait so long? Everywhere you go, everybody thinks this is it. You're not having children anymore. It's not happening for you. And when you're still trying, you are among the outliers. You're an anomaly. You are the person that is pushing the envelope. You're taking a risk here. And all I could think, guys, it was like the story of Hannah, who I guess in her day would have had a bit of a sheesh. You're 39, where you get told you're not supposed, like, at this point you should have like 7 of your kids, done, deal, sealed. You should have popped all of them by now. But you are still thinking about conceiving. You're 39. It broke my heart so much when I drove home in such somberness. Because even though I'm not looking forward to getting married, guys, I'm not looking forward to having children. Not on this side. But because of what I imagine the Lord has shown me is going to be my rather eventuality. But at the same time, I'm still like, just in case I'm wrong. Just in case I'm wrong. I don't want to do anything to mess with the possibility of being able to fall pregnant. And just in case I'm wrong, just in case I'm wrong about getting everything that I will want in the millennial reign, I still would want to get married. And I still would want to have children. I would not want to turn 50 looking around at now my menopausal state, having never had children, albeit having longed for them since I was 22. All I can ask the Lord for is, God, while I am uncertain and while I have doubt over prophecy, while I have doubt over what I imagine you are showing me, at least keep me in a position where I can still have hope for acquiring things that I've always wanted. Make me believe that maybe I'm Sarah. Make me believe that maybe I am Hannah or Rachel, a woman that struggles to get the baby, but then eventually does. Because you know that my desire to fall pregnant is loftier even than that of getting married. But because I belong to you, I have honored you. Because I am your servant, because I am your disciple, I have made a decision that I am not going to fornicate, and I am not going to allow myself to end up unequally yoked with an unbeliever. I'm not going to just go out of these streets and go and marry a man just so I can quickly have a baby. I nearly did that with that guy from the US, where I was just so desperate to be a mom that even though I saw all of his flaws, even though I saw all of his compromises, the fact that he was not consecrated to you, he wasn't serious about you at all, I could tell. But he was a man and he had the parts and he had the piping. He had everything that was needed to give me the biggest desire that I have. And you know that my biggest desire is children, more than it is even marriage. Like proper, I long for children more than I long for a husband. But I'm a Christian and I don't get to do things oblong and upside down. I want to honor the patriarchy. I want to honor your structure for family. I want the present dad in the lives of children. I don't want to be a typical black woman. I understand I'm operating under typical black generational curses where we're content with single motherhood. And I am a woman, and so broody as I am, I also, in all of that broodiness of mine, was at some point so broody was I, that I was even prepared to, just so that I don't dishonor you with fornication, go and get a sperm donor. And therefore fall pregnant without having sex. And so imagine that as a loophole under heaven. But then you rebuked me for that because of the fact that it was a disregard of the patriarchy. It was a disregard of God's structure or plan for family, where there was a mom and a dad and children. No matter how angry I might be at men, if at all the rapture's not going to happen, and so we're going to get taken to heaven and desires will be changed, millennial reign will happen, can there still be a glimmer of hope that I could still be a mother, the structure you have set apart for me, for men, women, and children? In other words, one mom, one dad, children. If at all you insist on the man. Like, guys, I'm so upset with men right now that if I'm talking like this, understand it's coming from a place where abuse has been the problem with men in my particular community. So if the Lord then insists on there being a man in the equation, I guess there's no sperm donor that we're going to be gunning for. Give me an outward appearance that looks like a woman that is still viably single and waiting on God for a husband. In other words, do not let me look so old that who is going to be looking at me? And do not allow my body physiologically, even though according to doctors and medical books, I am a geriatric in my womb. Let it not physically, as chronologically it truly is. Just in the same way as you have physically kept my outward appearance looking nothing like a 39-year-old. May my insides physiologically be as my outside. Can I not... You know how the doctor said, you don't look it. He was like, you're 39. You look nothing like it. But sheesh, you've got, like, you know, I was like, I know, I've got a geriatric womb. I'm too old to be trying to have babies. The doctor said I don't look 39, but he was a doctor that was given my ID number, my details. He was given all that. And so he knew that I was a 39-year-old woman. If he did not know that I was a 39-year-old woman, my comment about wanting to keep myself as fertile as possible, because I don't want to mess with that using the pill, would not have won him. It would not have inspired in him that response. If he had no access to my physical details, if he had no access to my personal details, he would not have even been like, oh, okay, you're 30. He would not have been like, you're still trying. I don't look my age. That's what I'm trying to explain to you guys. So if it was not for my personal details, the doctor would not have imagined it problematic for me to want to conceive one day. But instead he did, just because he was looking at my ID number and so gauged my age. Guys, pain is pain is pain is pain. Let's just put that out there. Yeah, I've been begging the Lord to make my outward appearance as youthful, my inward appearance as youthful as my outward appearance. I've been to the bank before where a clerk, a bank teller there, shocked at my ID number, looked at me and was like, I thought you were 19. He said to me he thought I was 19. Some other dude at the mall, upon calling me to look at some materials for children, some math and English lessons for toddlers, called me and was like, ma'am, would you perhaps consider recommending this to your parents about your siblings? Do you have any siblings that are toddlers? And for me, it was like, why isn't your question, do you have any children that can take this particular maths and English lesson up? Why are you asking me siblings? It is because he thought I was so young that all I could have at that age were siblings instead of children. I understand that however old I might feel because of my pain, I don't look anything my age. And everybody has said that everywhere I go. So my thing is, God, you've preserved me outwardly. You have made sure that I don't age, I guess, much as I could have if I had everything I needed in this world. Is it possible that you could do the same thing inside my body? Where it is that biologically I'm literally just as frozen as I have been in time. Like, people have made sure that I'm stuck in one place, I don't go anywhere. I'm like a child right now that has to rely on mom for everything. I get told by force to go to the doctor, and when I'm back, the prescription, I can't even go and buy it myself. I am decided for as to whether or not I'll get the probiotics or the antibiotics, and we'll leave this out and keep this. I am being given an allowance every single month. Like, all of this thing that's made out of me like a child, even though I'm almost 40. Can that not be the inside of my body too? If at all I'm waiting for anything of an earth that is still going to be lingering another 50 years, is it still possible for me to look like a 25-year-old bride with a 25-year-old womb, a 25-year-old head of hair, and a 25-year-old outward appearance, and everything is just 25. Like, everything is frozen in time. Everything is a kid. So if at all, outwardly I look like a kid, and outwardly I am treated like a kid, can my physical mechanics, can my piping, can my plumbing inside me also be like that of a child? Can my plumbing also be like that of a 19, 20, 21, 23, 24, 25, 26-year-old? Can my conception of children be as easy as a pregnant teen who falls pregnant by mistake because she was fornicating, being a bad girl, and she is healthy, she is fertile, and so for those reasons, really and truly, contraceptives for her are not even a problem in terms of future infertility. When she is facing a risk of having to be off the pill for 5 years before she can conceive, at least by the time she conceives for the first time, she'll be just 28. She'll be just 28. Can that be me? Can I be like those women who, because that's what I was supposed to be. That's what I asked for. That's what I asked the Lord for. That's what you guys must understand. When I went to him, asking him for a husband and children, I was like, I want so many children. The number that I gave him was 7. So essentially, I understood that I was going to be pregnant all throughout my 30s. And the latter part of my 20s, that I was going to be pregnant almost every single year in my late 20s and my early 30s in order for me to get to 7 children. Given that I got born again at 26 and I was asking the Lord for a husband at that stage, I was asking for the Lord to bring a man along real quick so that I could start popping as many babies as possible. And you know, these women that every year are pregnant or every second year are pregnant, and by the time they're done, they've got like 7 children, 12. I wanted to be that girl. I properly wanted to be that girl. And it's like my dream of that has been taken away. My dream of that has been taken away. I have had that robbed from me. That's what's good. Is it possible for me at the age of, I'm 39 now, I will inevitably turn 40 single. Yeah, well, let me not say inevitably, but it looks highly unlikely that I will ever have a husband within the next year. And by the time I have my first child, by the time I am having kids, it'll be one after the other, after the other, after the other. A woman literally in her 40s pregnant every year for 5 years or for 6 or 7 years. Just one after the other, after the other. It looking a whole shock, a miracle to doctors wondering, how in the world are you falling pregnant so much like a woman that is like 22 all the way up until the age of 33? And by the time she's done, she's got like literally 6 kids. I was like, if at all, these people have frozen me in time and made it impossible for me to do anything. Make it such that if it is your will that I should finally get everything I asked for, that I will be just like a woman that got married at 24 and by the time she's 34, she's got like 7 children. If I get married at 40, let it be such that by the time I am 47, I have got 5 children, all from my womb. And maybe the other 2 I will adopt. Pregnant one after the other, just like everybody else got to do it. Everybody else got to do it, you guys. Everybody else got to have 1, 2, 3, 4 children. I had a colleague at MTN that put witchcraft on me, that fell pregnant, that she already had 2 kids when she started working at MTN. She then fell pregnant with a daughter, had the baby, came back from maternity leave, and within 3 months she was pregnant again and they were teasing her. And she, in and of herself, was busy crying. On some goodness, I keep falling pregnant and my aunts are dissing me. They're mocking me. And I was like, children are a blessing from the Lord. Blessed is the man whose quiver is full of them. You were blessed. But she was a woman in the world who did not understand the blessedness of falling pregnant so much. She could not stand her 4th pregnancy because it came so shortly after her 3rd. And I was like, I would do anything to be in your shoes. Anything. To just keep popping babies like that. As soon as you give birth to one, the other one is on the way. And then women like those put me in a position to have no love and no husband. When I wanted her fate, I wanted her life, I wanted to fall pregnant that much. I saw the value and I saw the glory of all of those pregnancies. But she didn't. She was in the world. To her, she was burdened by all of this pregnancy. She had a job to do. She was a project manager. She wanted, like, this worldly life where women are mocked or teased for having too many kids. My mindset was fixed. My mindset was corrected and I wanted her outcome. And she decided to put me in chains because she was jealous of my singlehood. She was jealous of everything that I had in my singlehood. That's just the problem. That's just the problem with these women in the world. She was jealous with the fact that I still had a future at marrying a man and having the children. And that jealousy made her bewitch my future when I wanted her exact position. Maybe she was married to a man she wasn't feeling that much, or maybe she was indoctrinated by the world to make her believe that having that many children was a curse. And she took away from me basically what she got to enjoy. So given that she got to enjoy that, and she likely even had a 5th or a 6th child, the way that woman just kept on falling pregnant, given that she got to have all of those kids, why can't I also enjoy falling pregnant 1 year after the other with worldly women teasing me for being fertile Bertle? I don't care. With worldly women teasing me for having a 4th pregnancy after just 3 months of relaxing, just feeling I'm pregnant again. I don't care. You're the ones that don't like babies. You're the one that don't like popping them. You're the ones that think that they're a curse. You're the one that thinks that your body's being stolen away from you. Your beautiful figure, is being robbed from you. You're the one that don't see the glory of children. I, however, see them. And so I don't care about these stretch marks. I don't care about this fupa belly that is never ever going to get flat because I'm pregnant again. I don't care. Because all I've ever wanted is children. But I gotta wait for a husband. And right now, the way that I view men, the man that the Lord would have to give me would have to be really, freaking excellent. He would have to be a stellar man. He would have to be a really great guy to make me basically not see him as a vessel to get children. To make him view him as more than just plumbing that is perfectly placed to enable me to have babies. Because I am so mad at men right now that, frankly, I look at them as sperm donors and plumbers. Plumbing, they've got the right plumbing that will enable me to fall pregnant, but proper, after that, I guess you get to be a dad, right? That's how I look at men. It's unfortunate. I've been that badly bruised by them. So the guy that would end up my husband would have to be a really great guy to snap me out of that. I would have to fall in love violently and actually appreciate having a man there instead of piping. That's what's good. The Lord knows how to cure a person from all that trauma, but my pain is deep. The fact that I'm being treated like a child and a baby. I'm like, let there be a silver lining to the end of that cloud. Let the silver lining to me being treated like a child be that even my insides are like that of a child. I'm like a young woman, a 22-year-old. even inside. That's my prayer. A miracle that will cause OBGYNs gasp for air every year when I rock up for a scan because I'm pregnant again and I'm 45. May my future gynae ever be in shock at how my plumbing is working given my age. That's what I cried home about when I was coming back. If they're gonna treat me like a child, let me be like a child in all respects until I am allowed to be an adult. May I never pop a single gray hair until I have something to show for that gray hair, until I have a baby in my arms. And may I never get a single fine line, a single wrinkle, until I have kids that have stressed me out today, vomiting and painting my walls with all different kinds of like what is this, coloring pencils. May I get gray hairs because I walked in to find flour all over my baby and all over my lounge, and I don't know how in the world I'm gonna clean it. Let that account for my gray hairs. Let the fact that I find my baby having taken off his diaper and smothered his brother with his poop on his face be the reason why I have got gray hair, and not just get to gray hair with nothing to show for it. So may my hair stay as jet black as it is right now. And may my skin stay as uncracked as it is right now. And all this acne, let it be just like teenage acne. And the day will arrive when all that teenage acne and all those teenage hormones are a thing of the past. And so now I'm an adult and I no longer get acne. May the day arrive when I never have to deal with acne again. And may this acne be an indication of just how young I still am. That is all I ask for from the Lord. If at all the rapture is not going to happen. And so therefore set me free from the futility of all of these sins that people have committed against God and have made me so bitter that I look at men as nothing but plumbing. And women, I am talking this thing to help you get to a place, a point, an environment, a space, okay, where you will also want more. Do you understand? And just merely falling pregnant. Biological clock is ticking. May you not be phased by turning 35. I pray that the Lord makes my testimony worth the while for you to wait even when you are 36 and there is no man coming in sight and you are worried and doctors and gynaes are busy telling you, girl, if you still want to have children, I mean, right now you're naive. May you be able to still have hope for having babies in the future despite not freezing your eggs of which can be thrown away in a facility if you stop affording to pay those payments. May you get to a point where even at the age of 40, your eggs are still like that of a 20-year-old. May you be one to experience exactly what under heaven it is that Sarah experienced at 90. What it is that Hannah experienced after struggling with Penina. What it is that, who is this chickie? It was Hannah, it was Penina, and there was also Rachel. Women in the Bible that struggled to conceive and were mocked by other women as a result. However, they ended up being the most loved woman. I mean, only look, Hannah was the favored wife of Elkanah. So too was Rachel the favored wife of Jacob. They were loved women that ended up eventually getting loved, and they got children. And when you are loved and you get to dote over kids and your husband loves you preciously with your children, you are not going to raise daughters with bitterness. You're not going to pride yourself in your daughter's acne. You're not going to pride yourself in your daughter's, shortcomings when she falls down the stairs and cracks her face. You are going to insist on putting a plaster on it, but not insisting on seeing a dermatologist so as to minimize the prospect of her getting a permanent scar. You will also not afflict women in the office where you are working that are younger than you, but rather you will see yourself as a mother hen that is going to help them and groom them to get to where it is that you got. And you will also recognize that your youth will be recovered to you at the resurrection so that you won't ever have to covet the youth that you are losing when you get older. That is all the prayer that I have for women. And the prayer that I have for myself is that my bitterness concerning men will be healed somehow. It would take, like I said, a miracle man to fix my mindset concerning men. But today I was very hurt by the doctor's apprehension about my desire to conceive at 39. However, I'm grateful for his recommendation of tretinoin, because that very tretinoin is going to help maintain my skin like this, to eradicate the acne scarring. And not only that, but basically, like I told you, tretinoin is the golden standard when it comes to anti-aging. It's what gives people glass skin. Thank you. Those people who look like their skin have no pores in it. That's tretinoin. And I got a prescription for it. My mom didn't get it, however. I told me that at the end of the month, I must go and buy that instead of anything else that I need. So that's exactly what I'm gonna do. Hunker down and accept that I'm not gonna be getting some of my things that I need. But I will have tretinoin. And I can't say that it will reverse the signs of aging. I have none. But it'll definitely be helpful. I'll be like a woman that starts taking tretinoin in her 20s. And so when she reaches the age of 60, she looks like 30. I want to look like a yummy mommy, a young mother that's going to be able to be happy, fresh, vibrant, running after children. How, if I'm busy having all of my kids in my 40s, am I going to be an energetic mom? Only the miracle of God can do that. Only the miracle of God can do that. So I guess exercise, I need to keep doing that. I need to keep myself energetic so that my kids won't feel that they've got a 50-year-old mom, even though they're just like in creche. They're in creche. When other 50-year-old moms are literally attending their daughters' weddings. But I'll be a 50-year-old mom still going to creche, dropping off kids at creche at 50. That's if I get there. And when that day does come, if it comes, if the Lord does not rapture the church, because things are looking bad in the world right now, you will know that I was worthwhile, a testimony to follow after. That the Lord gave me the energy of a young mom, the body of a young mom, the agility, the ability to conceive and give birth to multiple children, one after the other, just like a young mother. Alongside, once they are around, the energy of a young mom. And then only get my first gray hair. Indeed, it is a complete feasibility at the age of 60. It's feasible because my mom got her first gray hair at the age of 61. So I've got genes on my side alongside spiritual enablement. So while my mom might have gotten her first gray hair at 61, I might get my first gray at 65. So perfect time for a woman who only was able to have all of her children in her 40s. But hey, that's something that may or may not happen. We'll see what goes down. But that was my day today. I'm not going to finish doing this hair. I will finish tomorrow. Even this one that I unraveled, I'm just going to put a doogie and deal with the rest of it tomorrow. It's already 10:30 at night, and frankly, I'm not trying to be touching my hair all night long. I'll show you the final product, I don't know, whenever. Maybe by the time I come and talk here tomorrow, I'll be finished. But yeah, I just wanted to show you my hair. Beautiful, isn't it? That's the hair of a 39-year-old woman. Not a single gray, no thinning. It's only ever gotten thicker because of all the interventions that God has given me to deal with my hair, skin, and just all these other issues that I might have. So all the best, people, for trying to bring me low. And as for women, wait on the Lord. You don't want to be a bitter broad. You don't want to be a bitter mom. You don't want to fall pregnant just because your biological clock is ticking, because you're going to hate the fact that you were not loved by a man. It is Eve's curse. And if at all you don't heed God's admonition to wait on him for a man that's going to love you as he loved the church, you will inevitably hate your daughters. Understand, it's going to happen. You will inevitably hate younger women. You will inevitably be a boss that sabotages the intern girls, the new recruits. You will inevitably be a woman that so can't stand young beauty glory women in your environment that you're going to be insufferable. But there is nothing more glorious than an older woman that is secure in herself, that is loved, doted over, that has beautiful children, that even with all of that gray hair and those fine lines, those wrinkles, everything that's on her face, you can see that this is a glorious woman. Like absolutely gorgeous. I have seen so many that I admire whenever I go out there. Well put together, they smell great, they look good, and they they carry a poise about themselves that says that I am an aged woman, but there's many glorious story to tell about my youth, and I am prepared to bring young ladies around me to listen to them all, that they might gain pearls of wisdom. They don't hate young women, they love them, and so they look so beautiful, they're so glorious, they are radiant, that even though they are older, there is so much beauty in them. And that's the kind of woman that a man would be gladly happy to spend the rest of his life with. But when you let yourself get aged, understand, you're going to be abusive to women. You're going to be abusive to women. But, you know, we'll see. Guys, because even the prophecies he gives me, sometimes I don't trust them. I don't know what's going on. And I freak out, I worry, I get anxious. But my anxiety is of no consequence. Why? Because despite my anxiety, he still blesses me with a GP that makes like a dermatologist, because that's the true doctor that I needed to see. I didn't need to see a doctor to prescribe for me cough medication, because I'm not coughing. I'm healed. Even you can hear it. He knew I needed a dermatologist. So God made me sick, and at the end of my sickness, gave my mom some kind of an itch-nyana to be like, I guess I gotta do something for my daughter's coughing. And then she forces me to go to a doctor I don't want to go to. And then I happen upon rather a dermatologist instead of a doctor. Yes, he's a doctor, not a dermatologist, but he was to me today a dermatologist. He walked in that state, so he was set apart. He was raised up by God. He doesn't even know what a big thing he's done for me today. He's given me a prescription that I have wanted for months. As soon as I learned about it online, I knew that I would one day go to a dermatologist and ask him to prescribe me tretinoin, in the same way that I walked into his office today and I asked him to prescribe me antibiotics. It's like I was telling him what he's gonna do for me. I was gonna go to a dermatologist and tell him, I just want tretinoin, that's all. Ain't no need to be prescribing anything else, ain't no need to be checking anything else, just give me tretinoin, because I know I can only get it via prescription. I went in there on some, give me antibiotics, because I'm here for them. He laughed at that, gave me the antibiotics, but then rather diagnosed the actual problem that I have on my face and gave me tretinoin. So let's praise God. He was set apart, he doesn't know it. One day he'll find out. And for that reason, since it is written in God's word, anyone who will give even a glass of water or a cup of water to drink for any of my disciples, they will surely not struggle to receive their reward. My desire is that one day he should give his life to Christ, that he will get saved. I don't know what his spiritual condition is, but I really do hope that the Lord does save him, and that one day we will meet in heaven and you will know that God used him even though he did not know it. That doctor, there was nothing in it for him to help me in that way. He did not have to do this. He was a GP meeting a person that was not on medical aid. Do you understand? And my consultation covered basically whatever I wanted to get done. He did not have to go out of the way, over and above, bent over backwards to rather do this for me. He realized I didn't really truly have a cough, and then was like, let's rather deal with the problem that you actually have. He did not have to do this, but he did it. He went out of his way. That was an act of kindness. He gave me a glass of water to drink, and upon giving me that glass of water, now I've got a prescription that I truly needed. All of these people that have done this for me, may the Lord bless them with redemption. May the Lord enable them. I should have evangelized now that I think about it, but I didn't get I wasn't thinking fast. I wasn't thinking on my feet. That's what's good. So yesterday, it's ironic, when I was busy talking about if anybody receives a prophet, if anyone receives a prophet, they will receive a prophet's reward. If they receive me, exactly. If anybody gives a glass of water to any one of my disciples, they will not struggle to receive their reward. I'm a persecuted Christian, and I know that usually when somebody is suffering, anybody that helps them along, God always gives them a reward, especially when they don't even know that that's what's going on. When they just help, when they go out of their way to enable a person. That's why the Bible says you must always be hospitable to everybody. You never know lest you should be entertaining an angel's unawares. So people, an angel is the word for it, means messenger. So anybody that is a messenger of God to a certain extent is like an angel. And what that doctor did today, he was hospitable and he did not know that he was entertaining an angel unawares, a messenger of God unawares. He received a prophet, and so he will receive a prophet's reward. He received a righteous person, and so he will receive a righteous person's reward. He gave me a glass of water to drink, and so he will not struggle. He will surely receive his reward. And whatever his reward is, it is great. It is coming. He helped me. He doesn't even know it. But the Lord will make it clear to him at some point one day in the future that he received a prophet's reward. He received a righteous person's reward. And that reward might even be this particular testimony. Maybe he might remember. Perhaps I might ultimately get those 5 children and be like, see, I wanted to conceive. I finally did. And you're the doctor that kept my skin looking plump, looking young, looking youthful, so that even though I was a 45-year-old pregnant woman, it did not look that way. When I was walking in the mall with my big fat belly, everybody would imagine that I'm perhaps maybe 29. With that big bump, nobody is thinking that there is an irresponsible geriatric out here walking around with a baby belly, risking the life of the infant inside as well as her own, the way that she is so old. Nobody would even suspect that we're dealing with a pregnant woman that is too old to be pregnant. That doctor has no clue what he did for me today, but maybe he might find out one day. So praise the Lord for that. Anyway, guys, I hope you've been edified. I'm signing out in Christ's name. I gotta go. I'm on my period and I'm getting period pains, but at least we're fine. I've showered. Do I look clean? Do I look clean? Don't lie. Anyway, whatever, you guys. I wanted to show you the glory of my hair. I just feel like, what's up? I know I said I was done talking, but it turns out I wasn't. I was, actually. Yeah, whatever. Life is hard, guys. Like what? Marana, when my hair's busy growing like this, of course I'm having babies. Obviously. Look at my hair. This is the hair of a woman who's got so much nutrition in her body that a baby can grow in it. Because I've been quiet for so long. My cough appears to be returning. Yeah, this is the hair of a fertile woman. I don't know. I didn't know about you. It's like I'm on pregnancy vitamins even before I'm pregnant. That's what's good. Because pregnancy vitamins are just vitamins, okay? Not just for pregnancy. What? That's just folic acid gawking at you, looking at the hair. Guys, it's so thick. Like what? Never mind thickness, right? But like it's and split ends. I don't have split ends. Woo. Whatever. Okay? We've spoken volumes. We have. Stop looking at my big pongo. It's evidence of the fact that I'm fertile as well. Everything is just evidence of my fertility. Like everything. Like everything. Including my big forehead. It's housing the brains that are needed to be transferred to babies. So I mean really, if I want smart kids, where am I gonna house all that intelligence so that it can be transferred? If at all I had children, y'all gonna notice that my forehead is gonna get smaller. Cause now finally I've given my brains to someone else. Right now I just feel as if though my brains need to be transferred because there's too many of them. Too much. This guy in America, he once dissed my head and said that I got a big head. And I'm like, about a round of applause, yeah, standing ovation, yeah, dumb. Anyway, whatever, you look so dumb right now, standing outside my house, trying to apologize. You're so ugly when you cry, please. Ooh. Don't look at my acne, just look at the hair. Growing. Guys, remember my hair last time when I came here? It was not trying to pull these stunts, but now it's pulling them. Now it's pulling them. I realized that I just want to finish this side before I go to bed, so that all I'm left with is the top half. So I wanted to show you guys what is going on. I'm a woman that got ideas. I'm a woman that got success and prosperity. I'm a woman that is strangely treated, and I'm also a woman. I got like guys. I got ideas. I'm growing hair beautifully. I'm doing things well. And yet I can't even find a single profession. Can't even do a YouTube channel at least for hair. Can't even do a YouTube channel at least for skin. Can't do nothing. Once I fix my skin, that's the kind of stuff that you do YouTube channel for. Like a leg. But like people are trying to act like I'm not trying to be not so broke like a leg. Very soon I'm going to be broke like the legs of Hamas. No, not militants, but terrorists. BBC, get it right. Anyway, whatever. Their legs gonna be looking nothing like my hair, because this is sturdy. This is firm. They're gonna fall apart. Whatever, guys, please don't be snoozers, because snoozers are losers. And after losing, you go bomb some people that didn't have it coming, like Hamas. Do better. When you don't love God, you bomb people that haven't had it coming. All of these like random men that have wreaked havoc in my life, and the women that support them, they're like Hamas. Don't know what else to bomb, so you just go inside the kibbutz. Don't know what else to bomb, so you go for little old ladies that have survived the Holocaust, and now you like volume 2.0. Don't know who else to shoot, so you just go and grab a baby. Bah! Yeah, these guys shot babies out of my stomach. They shot my future away. Not knowing what else to bomb, and in the name of their religion, I.E, witchcraft, in the name of their ancestors, they were like, Karabo must die. I get them more. They wanna justify it, like they proper wanna justify it. And some we're doing it in the name of religion, and Karabo's an occupier. Karabo is a settler. She is a settler. She's not supposed to be in the land, so she deserves to be bombed. She deserves to have her future taken away. She deserves to have me raiding her with a paraglider. She deserves to have me shooting her while she has like literally done nothing wrong in her bed while she sleeps. She deserves to have me take all her children from her womb, make her infertile, age her with no love, no respect, no mercy, no husband, nothing. Make her live at the back of her mother's house gathering dust even though she's got good hair. Put a whole bunch of acne on her. Then when I'm done, tell her she's got a big head because she's got a big forehead. Hamas. Even though Karabo's already been through a Holocaust, like proper, she's already been through a hard time. She's already seen a little bit of a strange childhood, like, she's already like, just gone through nonsense. Top of that, she's already living in a country where there's always missiles flying on overhead. But women somehow have got an iron dome. Yeah, she's already living in the worst country to live in as a woman. Lots of misogyny, lots of rubbish, but no, you're gonna wake me up on Saturday morning before I even go anywhere, and just shoot me dead. Why? Because I'm a witch and you've rejected your ancestors. And this is what we do to people who come and they settle in our land, claiming the colonizer. Not really supposed to be there, but they're there. I am Hamas. And then they bash their chest on the mountaintop like King Kong. And they're like, we have you, we're gathering you together. And then you like hide in the tunnels and take some hostages, do strange stuff, and your boss travels all over the world, so telling everybody how much of a terrorist we rather are. How much like we are rather the war criminals here. We are the ones that are rather the problem over here. And so like proper believe me, yeah, you know how Hamas went and called Israel war criminals. Calling Israel war criminals, you guys, like, yeah, proper going on right ahead to drop that nasty little bomb, because they love dropping bombs. Guess how I was defiled, how I was reviled. I'm the victim, and they are just saying that I'm the war criminal. Karabo, you and your Christianity, you've joined a cult. You are the wrong one. You are the one that's busy talking about all of us, calling us witches. You're the witch. You're the monstrosity, Karabo. You're the one here that's nasty. All of us can't be wrong. And then they go and they riot at universities, chilling in London. That's what's good. Don't even know. Like proper, real Middle Eastern safari. Mara as a student in London. I know. You're busy saying, forget the Jews. Forget the Jews. Yeah. A whole bunch of my friends, family members, Hamas member guys. Otherwise known as misogynistic, comfortless randos. Karabo's the rubbish. You're the reviling. She's the one that's falling apart. She's the nonsense. And then they all comforted one another in like backstabbing the living daylights out of me, comforted one another in betraying me, comforted one another in lying about me, and then comforted themselves. What is this? Not comforted. What's the word that I'm looking for? Convinced themselves that the world will basically believe that I did this to myself and that I'm suffering with no love, no support, no service, nobody loving me that used to love me before because I brought it on myself because I dared rock up here and settle in their land. I got born again, and that apparently caused me to deserve getting bombs landing in my backyard while I sleep on a Saturday morning. Anyway, you guys, so the Hamasians in South Africa, I just feel as if they're just like the Jews, ne? Look at my hair. Is yours growing like this? Now, Papa, let's talk, okay? Like, let's talk. Like, is your hair looking like this? Is your hair growing like this? Is your hair pulling these stunts? Is your hair on this tip? In other words, are you out here shooting olives from your land? Or is it dry? Do you feel like it's dry because you're defeatist? Are you the one living in a desert wasteland even though you are properly backing all different kinds of terrorism like Iran? I don't know. I just feel as if they're all that green in Israel ought be evidence of the fact that something's making these people grow even though everybody hates them. Something is making this Karabo grow even though everybody hates her. Somebody's keeping her hair jet black beautiful growing even though everybody hates her. Maybe God is with Karabo, that even though she's belligerent and outnumbered, really and truthfully, who cares? Because if God be for us, who can be against us? Hiya, what's up? This is the last little one over here that I'm doing. It's lovely, isn't it? Guys, my hair. Oh, it's grown. Look. Ooh. Okay, so it turns out that maybe I might need those antibiotics. I don't know. I don't think so. I'm clearing. Look at this, you guys. If my hair's still growing, I'm just like, why and heaven did you think it would stop? The Lord is with us, sister. It's lovely, ne? Look at how much it's grown. Like, I could properly be a hair content creator. To help you understand how in the world I even got my hair to this place, y'all need to get, it used to be thin, not thin, I've never had thin hair, but thinner, and there was a time when it had all like kind of fallen off, blah blah, because I was badly manipulating it, but now it's like jet black. It's beautiful. It's growing. It's growing. Yo, guys, what? I can't wait for my hair to be as gargantuan as I would love it. Plus, on my nape, my hair was struggling to grow, and this is nape hair, y'all, or otherwise known as the Kishion. Anyway, whatever, I don't want to bore you, but this is a very healthy woman, obviously on the inside, because if my hair is growing like this, it means I'm healthy on the inside. So perhaps what that which I asked from the Lord is already kind of on the doorstep to be given me, to be as young and as healthy and as thriving, as vibrant, and therefore able to grow a thick, full head of hair out of my head, because my insides are like literally as young as 2 or whatever. I'm still young inside, meaning maybe I'm viable for pregnancy. I don't know, whatever. Otherwise, the rapture, let it come. Come, Lord Jesus, come. Because the nonsense in these streets is uneasy. It's uncomfortable. We don't want to take it in our stride. It's making us not even care that our hair is growing like wildfire. Fire on a mountain. Nobody seems to be on the run. Fire on a mountain top. And no one is running. Okay, whatever. Like, proper. I'm almost done. Well, I am done for the night. I'm not gonna insist. But, like, wonderful, right? There's the one Eki Feditzeng Pondoiki, number 2, number 3, number 4. Hair growing beautifully. The final product y'all will only see probably in tomorrow's chat session or whatever, and even then I'm not going to be talking about it, but I might even hide it with a wig. I don't know. But this is my protective style that I tend to keep for months, but it's growing my hair really beautifully, so you might want to just kind of take it in your stride and learn it this way. Put a wig on and roll these streets with hair like this, guys, and then it'll grow on its own without you fussing about it. But in terms of what I put on here, okay, fine, so it's like a combination, yeah, man. Some products from Discam, but never mind that. The thing that I believe has done this for my amazing locks is just my hibiscus, my fenugreek, my moringa. Like, I put a whole bunch of like stuff. Why is this black? I don't know. There's turmeric in my hair. And guys, one day I'll show you a whole hair protocol that I do that enables me to grow the nywele zami until they look very gorgeous. Yeah, and one day it's going to be so large, it's going to be so big, it's going to be so gargantuan that you're going to realize that God was with me, so nobody can be against me. Because now I also have this like mane on top of my head that's like jet black and all beautiful, that's going absolutely nowhere, on the head of a woman that apparently was no one anymore. A woman that was allegedly apparently abandoned by God until her hair looked better than it was before. She lost everything. Everything of mine has just gotten better. So the one here in the middle is still kind of messy because it's the last one that I need to get to. But yeah, that's what it would look like once it's been dealt with, once it's been moisturized, once it's been done, and what have you. Yeah. Intention is not to look cute or hot or anything like that, but just to like do my hair, like to basically protect my 4C, so that it can grow and 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 grow underneath my sorrowful, hungerful state. And these wigs that I'm putting on, don't be deceived. It's not like I don't like my hair. It's that I'm growing the hair. It's that I'm lovely growing the hair. Look at my acne, y'all. Yeah, but I'm still fly with it. Anyway, one of these days I'm going to be clear. And when I'm clear, I'm gonna be like, you can even take away my skin. Okay, no, we're not doing that anymore. Okay, cool, guys. Bye, right? I hope you've enjoyed this whole chat session. Please don't be like Hamas. Don't be like mean, ugly women that don't like their babies when they turn into beautiful teenage girls. Just like, don't do it. Bye. Yes. I know I said I wouldn't come, but I wanted to show you the last little bit of my hair. I know I said I wouldn't finish, and I'm not gonna finish tonight. I just was busy doing edits, and I figured let me just do one last portion. My hair is like severely matted, so it's taking forever to do everything, but I wanted to show you the health of my hair. The health of my hair. Yes, the health of my hair. Look. It's beautiful, isn't it? And my hair is just growing so wonderfully. Like proper, guys. Like I've got an afro that if at all I were to release it, if at all I were to stretch it out, it's like that big. Whoa! Beautiful. Haven't seen all my hair, all of it out in a minute. And I won't see it still in another minute. Lovely. We're happy. Anyway, goodbye. This is literally officially the last video. I promise you. It is officially the last. Bye-bye. Last one for the night. I just want to seal this so that you can see more or less what I'm going to look like when I'm done, because nobody is going to be seeing my natural hair out, like just like this. Maybe, I don't know, I might, like the next, when I talk tomorrow or day after tomorrow, wrap on after finishing my head, I might very potentially just come with my hair out like this. I mean, this is not a hairstyle, it's a protective under a wig establishment. That's what it is, but I think it's cute enough for me to just kind of like, you know, flail it maybe for like a day or two. I don't know. Love the hair, it's very thick. Praise the Lord. As healthy as this hair is, how in the world am I not fertile? Like, it does not add up, don't you think? This hair is the hair of fertile Bertle. This is the hair of a fertile woman. I'm sorry, I don't have a geriatric womb. Why? Because my hair ain't geriatric. Good night, you guys. See you maybe tomorrow. No, not maybe. Definitely tomorrow. Bye.